All my siblings have incredible voices, play instruments. It's very special, like standing in the singing booth and we're all sharing the mic, and sometimes I just pinch myself. It's 14 female songwriters, which is huge. It was absolutely not something that I did intentionally. You know, that would be like, well, I'm just giving them the slot on the album just because they're women. And I would never do that. We don't need any special treatment. And, you know, girls have just kind of been booted off country radio. But the good thing for me was when I went in to record Words, we started the song search process, and there were all these amazing songs available. Most of them came from women because, you know, their songs aren't necessarily getting chosen. It was actually my daughter Olivia's idea to write a song for Avery. She's like, Mom, you should write a song that honors Avery or talks about Avery since he's gonna be graduating. And since he's my only boy, it's like, you know, he has this special place. So 2 female mom songwriters came to Birmingham, and they each have young children. And I said, y'all just aren't gonna believe how fast it goes. And we started writing Letting You Go, and it's sort of angry, like, you know, where it says, I wish I could set the clock on fire. By the time we were done writing the song, we were sobbing, like literally one of the best songwriting sessions I've ever had. So it was just blessed, you know, the whole process. I want every single song to be of the highest quality that I can possibly find and possibly write. Overall, the process was pretty much the same as kind of how I like to work. I like to bring in a band and, you know, record with real musicians and not on a computer, and just makes all the difference in the world. Also, on this album, my kids were older and they had like so much input on it. So I co-wrote Marquee Sign, and we forgot to put those O's on the end. That was when I had the flu really bad, and so I couldn't sing. And so I said, Livy, run in there and put those O's on. I forgot. She went and did her thing, and she was like, you cannot fix these in any way. So we did not fix them. We didn't tune them, nothing. It's exactly what she's saying. No, I was really proud of her. I think I was born to be a mom. I think that's the best thing I've ever done, and definitely the thing that I'm most natural at. I live to make my family comfy and cozy, and I cook all the time. Another thing that's really important to me, Jay, is to put the kids to bed. Like, close out each day, and I think that makes them feel so loved and safe. Also, I'm not a yeller, so I really hope my kids pass that on. I think that motherhood means being a soft place to land for your kids. I want to make sure that they always feel good and happy and safe and comforted and loved and valued. When I was introduced to Jay Barker, I was like, who? On our first date, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Like, he talked so fast and it was so Southern, and we were at a restaurant sitting outside and the speaker with the music was over us, and that's so distracting to me anyway. So I kept like leaning in to really try to hear what he was saying, and he thought I was flirting with him, but I just couldn't understand him. He's very chivalrous, and he's really old-fashioned, and so am I. He's really manly, he's huge, and that always makes me feel skinny, so I love that. But I would say that he is like a perfect gentleman, and I love watching him socialize and interact with people. He has incredible manners, and there's something about the South, and in particular Alabama, that my spirit knew from childhood that I would end up being here. There's something so romantic and so fairy tale almost about the South, and I always knew that I would end up in Alabama.